Nebraska versus Wisconsin, a rivalry with everything on the line. There's a saying in Lincoln, there's no place like Nebraska. And with a trip to the national semifinals at stake, the Cornhuskers faced off against longtime rival Wisconsin in front of a roaring home crowd. Nebraska had already beaten the Badgers twice this season, but the stakes had never been higher. From the opening serve, Nebraska leaned on its stars. Setter Bergen Riley looked early and often to middle blocker Rebecca Alec, who has been outstanding throughout the tournament. Libero Lexi Rodriguez, the AVCA West Region Player of the Year and the first libero ever to win the honor, anchored Nebraska's defense with her trademark consistency. For Wisconsin, reigning National Player of the Year Sarah Franklin wasted no time establishing her presence, while head coach Kelly Sheffield emphasized aggressive transition play and deep attacking to offset Nebraska's block. Early battles at the net. Nebraska coach John Cook admitted his team had looked disjointed in the regional semifinal, but their sharper preparation showed. Riley set Merritt Beeson, a transfer from Florida and one of Nebraska's offensive leaders, hoping she could rediscover the success she had in previous matchups with Wisconsin. Beeson had been quieter in recent tournament games, but her teammates, Alec, Andy Jackson, and Harper Murray, stepped up. Wisconsin countered with size at the net. Middle blockers Anna Smrek and Carter Booth, both towering forces, led the Badgers block that ranks second nationally. Julia Orrell, who shifted from libero to outside hitter, contributed early kills and showcased her versatility, while Franklin remained the Badgers' go-to attacker. Harper Murray's impact. Sophomore Harper Murray, last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year, played with poise and range beyond her years. Her ability to adjust midair, vary her shots, and defend in the back row frustrated Wisconsin's attackers. Coach Cook has challenged Murray to become more complete, and she has answered in every area, attacking, serving, and defending. Murray's defense, combined with Rodriguez's hustle, gave Nebraska momentum during extended rallies. In one sequence, Murray nearly saved an impossible ball, only for officials to rule her foot had left the playing surface. Even in losing the point, Nebraska's grit electrified the home crowd. Offensive firepower. Nebraska's offense showed balance. Alec and Jackson scored consistently off slides, while Minnesota transfer Taylor Landfair found her rhythm on the left side. Landfair, once Big Ten Player of the Year, used her height and power to attack over Wisconsin's blocks, capitalizing on Riley's fast, high sets. Wisconsin relied heavily on Franklin and Orrell, but struggled at times to find open floor against Nebraska's disciplined defense. Service errors and passing issues added pressure, forcing the Badgers to burn early timeouts as Nebraska surged ahead. Coaching and atmosphere. Coach Cook, now in his 25th season at Nebraska, has guided the Huskers to 4 national titles and 8 championship match appearances. After last year's sweep by Texas in the national final, Cook made serve-receive a top priority. The payoff has been clear. Nebraska has been aced fewer than any team in the nation this season. Sheffield, meanwhile, urged his hitters to aim deep against Nebraska's defense, hoping to bypass the blocks and test the back row. But with Murray and Rodriguez covering ground, the Badgers often struggled to convert. Closing the set. As the first set wore on, Nebraska turned an early deficit into a commanding lead, thanks to Landfair's scoring burst and the steady play of Alec. Wisconsin tried to rally with Franklin's power and Booth's presence in the middle, but Nebraska's defense held firm. With the crowd at the Devaney Center shaking the floor, the Cornhuskers closed in on the set. Every dig, every block, and every hustle play added to the noise. For Nebraska, the home court advantage felt like an extra player. Conclusion. In a rivalry defined by grit and championship stakes, Nebraska and Wisconsin delivered another classic battle. Nebraska's balanced offense, relentless defense, and poise under pressure proved too much as they edged closer to another national semifinal berth. For Wisconsin, it was a reminder that against the Huskers' depth and determination, even the best must find another gear.